You must have heard. If you've not heard, well, welcome to this channel. Relax, let me help you. In this video, we are talking about Yahaya Bello, the former governor of Kogi State, who is being investigated by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission in Nigeria. And in fact, the boss of EFCC, Olukayode, have said that he would resign if they end up not actually prosecuting Yahaya Bello for embezzling over 80 billion naira from the treasury of Kogi State, a rather poor state if you ask me. Now, in Nigeria, especially when it comes to politics, it's not known that a lot of our governors, a lot of our political leaders are there embezzling money and enriching their pocket rather than do something better with taxpayers' money. In fact, EFCC recently released a list of 58 governors that have been investigated at one point or the other. In fact, we have some persons in the Senate and in the cabinet of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We have some former governors there who still have pending cases with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Case in point, Akpabio, our Senate president, he has case with EFCC, man, and he's still our Senate president. We have some other governors like that. Kayode Fayemi was going to contest as president of the nation. He has a pending case with the EFCC. And we have a lot more persons like that. But in this video, we are talking about Yahaya Bello and how and why this man has, said that, yes, I know my immunity as governor has expired, but I can still do what I like, and he has refused to be accountable for the fraud that EFCC have said he has committed. Now, let's get to the story if you're still confused about what has happened. Yahaya Bello was governor in Kogi State up until 2023 when the general elections happened, and he handed over to his boy. Yes, I'm going to refer to him as his boy. All right, what happened? Now, since 2021 up until the last quarter of 2022, a certain Ali Bello had been sending money to the American International School located in Abuja for school fees of 5 children, 5 Bello kids. And they paid this money, installmentally at different times from Ali Bello, and the money came from the treasury of Kogi State into Ali Bello's hands, and he paid the school a total of $845,852. Now, who is Ali Bello? Ali Bello is said to be Governor Yahaya Bello's nephew, but some persons are saying no. Interestingly, Yahaya Bello is the youngest governor Nigeria has seen. He's currently 48 years old, so he was in power before he clocked 45 even. Right? And in Nigeria, where a lot of persons are saying, oh, give the youth power, let the youth be able to do this and that one. Is this what the youths are going to be doing? Anyways, a lot of persons are saying that allegedly Ali Bello is actually not his nephew, as is being said. Ali Bello is the biological son of Yahaya Bello. The Yahaya Bello, like King Ogunwusi of Ife, Oba Ogunwusi, had a child while he was in secondary school. And the result of that, incident is Ali Bello. Do you understand? So it was Ali Bello that signed an agreement and went to the school, had a contract with him and said, I want to be paying for my cousins. Do you understand? So if it's Yahaya Bello's nephew, it will be the children's uncle rather, and they will be his cousins. But people are saying no, it's Yahaya Bello's son that was paying for his siblings. Do you understand? And that was courtesy of Yahaya Bello. And the interesting thing is, Ali Bello actually is facing money laundering charges with 3 other persons to a tune of 3 billion naira. And his bail was about 300 million naira then, and it was paid from the treasuries of Kogi State even. before he now went to this school and said, I want to start paying. And the school said, what's our own? So he paid until September of 2022 for these children's school fees. Now, this alerted the EFCC, and they're like, who is this person paying this money into this account? So the EFCC wrote American School Abuja to say, come on, when did you start collecting advance like this? They are paying for 5 children up until 30 something. What's going on? So the school said, that's how we see it though. Ali Bello says he's a nice uncle and he wants to pay for his cousins. So, and we say, what's our objective? To keep them in school. Yes, let's do that. So IFCC now said this money has been coming from Kogi State Treasury. What's our? We shall be seeing money in our this time. We've been attending to his children. We've been educating these children. That's all that matters to us. So they now said, okay, you know what? This money came from Kogi State Treasury. You have to return this money. And Ali Bello, if he really wants to pay for these children, has to pay out of his pocket. Or their father should pay their school fees out of his pocket. Because the thing is, Yahaya Bello knew that he was not going to be in office for so long. He was not going to be in office until the time all of his children will graduate. Because that was like, when you say, the way they, American schools have grade system. So they have the middle school, the high school and whatnot. And that's like that's from like the elementary, so that's from primary, junior secondary and senior secondary school. So he even has children that are still in pre-nursery. So he paid for some of his pre-nursery child, he paid until she will graduate. And the ones that's already like GSS3 paid until they will graduate. The ones in SS, he paid until that person will. So he paid for all of his children from the youngest to the oldest until they will graduate from that school. Knowing that, of course, he would have left power by then. So they said Yahaya Bello needs to pay out of pocket if you know that's what he wants. Now, what did Yahaya Bello do? Yahaya Bello now said, so this school now said, but since that time now, we know we've been teaching these children. So if we want to return any money, we'll take what we have done for them, right? We'll remove our cost from it. And in return, what we can only return is $762,910. And yes, he said, yes, we'll take it. Send it. So the school did what? He sent it. Yahaya Bello now say, what's going on here? And sued the school to say, now you cannot just return money that me I paid now. It does not work like that now. And say, so you people have to refund me my money because I did not agree that you should send money to EFCC. So he took the school to court. But note that all of this is not Yahaya Bello that took the school to court, because it's not Yahaya Bello that had a contract with the school. It's Ali Bello that had a contract with the school. So Ali Bello sued the school to say, give me my money. Interestingly though, Ali Bello won. So the school now has $800 and something thousand to refund. But people are saying this is all just Yahaya Bello's doing. So now what happened? EFCC now invited Yahaya Bello, saying that his immunity as governor has expired. Now say, Yahaya Bello, we need to come and talk your own thing because you were a governor. Money is leaving the treasury and it's from going to your nephew or going to your son, whichever relationship you guys say you have together, is going to this person who has criminal charges and who is interestingly the current governor's chief of staff. So you know why that's why I said the current governor is his boy, because even when Yahaya Bello had a standoff with EFCC officials and he refused to be arrested, it was this same governor Ododo, I don't even pronounce his name, that granted him escort and said, okay, Oga, come. So he's the current chief of staff to the current governor. And all of these things is making Nigerians say, how is this happening? And the EFCC chairman has been really, really praised by Nigerians, given the statement that I said he mentioned earlier, where he said if they do not arraign Yahaya Bello, he's going to resign, because what then is the essence? This is some quite glaring situation of what that has happened. And Yahaya Bello said, he went to court again to say EFCC cannot arrest him. And EFCC said, and the court said, yes, cannot arrest you. EFCC now went to court to say, we can actually invite him for investigation. And that's what we are asking him to do. And look how they said that when they when they invited him and he said, no, I'm not going to come back. He said, okay, let me accord you some respect. Let me put a call across. So he put a call across to Yahaya Bello to say, Oga, come to my office now, let's talk. And Yahaya said, no, me, I cannot come. There's somebody who has paid journalists that if I come to Abuja, they are going to slander me, it's going to be all over the news, this on that one. And he now said, okay, no problem. You don't want publicity, Abby? No problem. Tell me when you want to come. I will send my boys. You will enter through my gate. Of course, it's the chairman. He has a back door entrance into the commission that you'll be on my floor. My operation guys that will do the interrogation will come and meet you on my floor. What other respect do you need? So it's going to be a very civil situation. You're going to come, you're going to just tell us this is that, and then you can also take that special door and then return. That Yahaya Bello said, the thing is, I'm not really around like that too, and I'm not sure I can come. So that's what anger you look at. There's like, what's your own background? What is it exactly? You just want to come and talk and tell us what has happened and how you have done Kogi State's money. That's the gist of the whole matter. If you are wondering what's up with Yahaya Bello, that's the gist. And Nigerians are saying, even you, why would you even say that you should come? You called him. When someone knew you should bond you, but they were unable to bond him because he resisted arrest. Now, the interesting thing again is the people of Kogi State, they are making sacrifices. They say that the people that want to arrest Yahaya Bello, that they are the enemies of the state, that they like what Yahaya Bello did to them or did with their money. And these are people that have not been paid 7 years salary. How have you not been paid for 7 years? And if you're asking why they are still in services, because what else would they do? Like I mentioned, Kogi State is a rather poor state. It's more of civil servants. So they don't really have infrastructure. They don't have nothing that they can say they want to bank on for some personal development and whatnot in order to make money. You're going to still remain in civil service and you've not been paid. So they just give them stipends, say they paid half salary 1 year, and then they won't pay them their interest or gratuities or whatever for years to come, and they're not even getting basic monthly salaries, and they are still making sacrifices and going to shrines and saying they must not catch Yahaya Bello. Yeah. I don't know about that one, no. That's why I brought it now. Now you should let us discuss about that part especially. And that's why I went through all of the explanation of what Yahaya Bello has done and who Yahaya Bello is and all of those things, so that we can now talk about why the people of Kogi State are saying they are very much okay and they are happy with what is happening with them, even though the current governor is even one of Yahaya Bello's son. So there is no how should I put it now? I don't want to say indication because I really don't know what his plans are for that state. But let's just say if he's going to follow in his father's footsteps, the state is even going to be more doomed. Because how can a state even have up to 80 billion naira in treasury and the state is in that state? Hey, see what I did here? But really, jokes aside, let's talk about it in the comment section. I'm very much interested in hearing from you. That is from my hand about who Yahaya Bello is and why EFCC is looking for him and why social media is worth talking about, because it's not the first governor that is going to be investigated immediately leaving. I mean, Yahaya of Ekiti State, as soon as he left office, surrendered himself to EFCC to say, guy, I know that people will call me. Don't worry, I'm here. And Fayose even called him to say, yeah, Bello, just go and meet them now. Just, talk about these things and move on. So, I would like to hear your opinions in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. Like it, share it, and subscribe to this channel. Bye.